This is the unbelievable true story of Daniel Carter, a 34-year-old mechanic from a quiet town in Ohio, whose ordinary life took a sharp turn into a chilling mystery that would grip the nation. It started on a bitter January morning in 2021 when Daniel arrived early at his auto shop, breath fogging in the freezing air, and noticed something half buried in the snow near the dumpster. A dark brown leather wallet, old and weathered, like it had been sitting there for years. Inside, Daniel found no credit cards, no ID photo, no recent receipts, only $73 in cash and a faded identification card with the name Michael J. Rowan. Daniel felt something strange, an instinct he couldn't explain, pushing him to find the owner. Most people would leave it alone, toss it, or hand it to lost and found, but Daniel wasn't most people. He tucked the wallet into his jacket and started what he thought would be a simple good deed, returning a lost item. Instead, he was stepping into a decades-old disappearance that someone desperately wanted to stay buried. When Daniel got home, he searched the name online, expecting to find a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook page. What he found instead left him frozen at his kitchen table. Michael J. Rowan had been missing since 1999, a case cold for over 20 years. Michael was last seen leaving his job late at night, heading home on a snowy winter evening, and then, nothing. His family had searched for years. Police followed every lead, but no trace was ever found. Until now, and somehow, Daniel was holding Michael's wallet. Trying to do the right thing, Daniel contacted the family listed in the old police reports. When Michael's younger sister, Anna, answered the phone, her voice cracked before Daniel could finish his sentence. She drove 3 hours to meet him the very next day. When she saw the wallet, her reaction was immediate. Shaking hands, tears streaming, like the past had suddenly come alive again. But something felt off. She kept asking Daniel where he found it, how long it had been there, whether anyone else had seen it. It didn't feel like a grieving family member asking out of pain. It felt like fear. As days passed, things around Daniel started to feel wrong. He noticed a dark SUV parked across from his house 2 nights in a row. When he stepped outside to approach it, the engine roared and sped off. His phone began receiving blocked calls, silence on the other end. Then one morning, an envelope appeared under his door, with no name, no return address. Inside was a single piece of paper, with typed letters, "Stop searching." Daniel felt his stomach drop. Nobody knew he was still looking into the case. Nobody, except the Rowan family. And that made him question everything. Determined to understand what was going on, Daniel reopened the wallet and searched it again, this time with more attention to detail. The stitching inside the lining was coming loose, like something had been hidden there. Using a small screwdriver, he peeled the leather back and uncovered a tiny folded piece of paper. On it were 4 words written in faded ink, DONT, trust the closest. Daniel stared at the message for minutes, trying to understand what it meant. Was Michael trying to warn someone? Or was it left by whoever made him disappear? And who was the closest? A friend? A coworker? Family? Daniel dug deeper into Michael's life. He found out that before disappearing, Michael had reported something suspicious at his workplace, a financial discrepancy involving someone high-ranking at the company. Coworkers later said Michael seemed scared in the weeks leading up to his disappearance. But here's where the story twists even darker. The person Michael had accused was Anna's husband, and he was never properly investigated. The more Daniel read, the clearer it became. Michael wasn't just missing, he had been silenced. And the warning DONT, trust the closest, suddenly made sense. Determined to confront the truth, Daniel arranged a second meeting with Anna, asking more direct questions, and her behavior shifted instantly. She grew defensive, emotional, and then angry. She insisted he stop digging up the past. She claimed the wallet wasn't found, it was planted, and that revelation made everything click. Someone wanted the wallet to resurface, not to solve the case, but to control the narrative, maybe even pin the crime on someone else. Daniel realized he had walked straight into a family conspiracy, far more dangerous than he imagined. The next week, Daniel's shop was broken into, not robbed, searched, papers everywhere, drawers open, nothing taken except the wallet. It was gone, but the hidden note was still in Daniel's pocket, and within hours, the same SUV returned, this time following him on the highway for miles. Fear finally pushed Daniel to contact authorities, who reopened the cold case and launched a fresh investigation. What they uncovered shocked the entire state. Financial fraud, falsified documents, and connections to individuals who had influence in law enforcement 2 decades earlier. a web of people with every reason to keep Michael's disappearance unsolved. And then came the final twist. When investigators dug into company archives from 1999, they uncovered a confession letter Michael had written the night he vanished. Not confessing guilt, confessing fear. He wrote that he believed someone close to him, someone he trusted, was planning to make him disappear, and the handwriting matched the note found in the wallet. Michael had tried to warn the world. He just didn't live long enough to finish what he started. Thanks to Daniel's persistence, the truth finally surfaced. Arrests were made. The cold case was declared solved, and Daniel, well, he returned to his quiet life as a mechanic, forever changed by the knowledge that doing one good deed can pull you into the darkest corners of someone else's past. He never wanted recognition. He never wanted attention. He just found a wallet. But that wallet held a secret that powerful people wanted buried forever. Today, Daniel's story reminds us that sometimes the biggest mysteries don't start with detectives or investigators. They start with everyday people doing the right thing, even when the truth comes with danger attached.